Okay, so a little bit of backstory. I have not been able to sense things like spirit wise or anything like that up until I would say recently. I used to live in an old funeral home, in the original Lewis funeral home that's been converted to apartments and things like that, and then part of it's a salon. It's downtown Milton. Anyway, once I moved in there, strange things started happening, and that's a whole different story. But I became very sensitive to things that would speak to me, things, things would literally happen in the house, but also, like, I would receive messages, see apparitions, see, in my head, both audibly and inaudibly, etc. So when me and Devin got together, I don't know if it's because Devin's papa has been like really a really close person to him in his life, and when he passed away it's really hard for him, but his papa, I felt like I knew him personally. There are things that have come up that I have received from him that I've told Devin, and Devin, would confirm, yeah, that's true, and he's never told me these things. Some things that, I think like one time he even had to confirm it with his grandmother or something to see if it was true. But anyway, I've heard him playing with our dog, Roscoe. I've heard audibly and inaudibly things, and just things have come to me, like just telling me to do something strange off the wall, like going to a hospital that's the furthest one away whenever I was really sick. And, it's all worked out for a reason. So anyway, fast forward to a couple nights ago, and Devin is aware of, I don't really call it like any kind of talent or anything. I don't know why. It's me. It's just a vessel that they're using to communicate for whatever reason, and it's not all the time, and it's not like everywhere I go. I'm not like a medium or anything, but it's here and there. So, but nonetheless, Devin's been used to this. Like if I'll tell him things, like the other night I said good night sport, and I was like, who's sport? And he's like, that's what my papa called me. Things like that. So a couple nights ago, I leave for 15 minutes to go to the store to get some Dayquil. Come back, and Devin looks like he's just worried, petrified, sitting in this chair, and he tells me that while I was gone, a balloon that was in the playroom which this is a wall here. On the other side of the wall is our kitchen, and then you have to go through the kitchen to get to the playroom. It was in the playroom because it's Aubrey's balloon. Came through the playroom, through the kitchen, through the dining room, around, and came straight to him. And so I said, well, that's probably your papa, It wouldn't surprise me. So anyway, I said, that's probably your papa, and spirits can communicate using inanimate objects, often balloons, because they're so, they're so easy to manipulate and move and things like that. So I showed him a couple of videos of a couple examples of like balloons being moved by spirits and things like that, which if you guys want to see it, I can show you those videos too. Well, then yesterday rolls around, and this balloon is in the playroom. He put it back in the playroom. This balloon's in the playroom, and I have never been able to command a spirit to do something and then it reacts. So I said, I had been watching the balloon all morning, and it hadn't moved at all. It was just very much stationary. So I said, balloon, if you can hear me, or if you're led, move. And keep in mind, we have another balloon that we also got that day that none of this is going on with it. So, and it's in the same environment and everything. So it's not like a draft or anything like that. So I said, move. And it started moving. And then after that, I said, if you're led or if you can hear me, go to the washer and dryer in the playroom. And I'll be damned if that thing did not go to the washer and dryer, which is like beeline in it. You know what I mean? Took a minute because it was a balloon, but it went to the washer and dryer exactly where it was, and it stayed there all day long. Fast forward to today, and I have my camera on because I was going to record Aubrey eating a lemon head, her reaction, and you'll see in the video what goes on from there. And then I have another video of right after that where it I went to go make Aubrey a snack in the kitchen, and it was back in the playroom, okay, and I left the door cracked just a little bit, and this thing was bam right in my face in the kitchen, which freaked me out to the point where I screamed like at the top of my lungs just because I was so scared. It was bam right in my face, and it's like this fox or something, so it was right there. Really freaked me out. And say hi, Aubrey.
Hey.
Go play, okay?
Hey.
I love you.
Hey.
So anyway, at that point I backed up and I called Devin immediately. I was like, this thing's following me again. So I called Devin and video to chat with him. And by that point, it's in the corner up here in the dining room. And he watches it come down here behind the couch, skim the couch, and I'm sitting like right here. I was standing at the time. And it came through here and it was scooting through. Well, then I hung up the phone to record again. And by that point, it had went up here, and I decided to sit on the floor with the baby. And it came straight, not just forward, but forward and down. Like it did like a 45-degree angle straight down to me, which I also recorded. So I want to know if you guys think I'm a nut or what you can make of it. Like, do you have any experience with things like this, inanimate objects or balloons in general? Other things have happened to me before, but I know it's a good spirit. I know it's a calm spirit. I do feel like I can sense good from bad, which is obviously a good thing. So let me know what you think, and I'm going to post the videos as well.